Oh, I didn't even have my microphone on. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, I can. That's why you always want to monitor the level of your signals and stuff when you do things, etc. Where is my music? Let me just rewind the music back. It's at a low level. And so, anyways, I was saying. I'm not using ASIO sound drivers, etc. for anything. This is going to be just real audio. I don't even know if this will do. Will this even play on here? Let's see. Okay, that's working. I got kinetic working here. So, but kinetic, okay, so the kinetic sound goes, let me think now. It comes out of that mixer, and whatever comes out of, whatever is going into that mixer is going out to the computer to get streamed. So in order to combine the two computers to the oscilloscope, I would have to use the output of that, and I think that's, I don't know if I can even do that on that, because I think I broke, is that where I broke something on there? Let me see if I can take a look. Oh, wait, those are line outs. That's main out. Oh, I've got a tape output on there. Okay. So we can use a tape out from the second mixer, and we can route that output into the oscilloscope. I will need a cable for that, and let me think. It's going to be a problem because of the adapter situation. I've got that cable that I can use, and I've only got one through connector. What happened? Alright, something's happened over here again now, damn it. What the fuck? Jesus, I can't fucking do nothing, I swear to God. Because of all this fucking garbage on here, you know? I don't know what to do. I can't do it because I ain't got no fucking room. Because Twitch puts their garbage shit on this fucking web page, and I can't get rid of it. I cannot do nothing. They won't let me. I don't know how to monitor. I can't monitor this thing. Hello? Hello? No, see. Hello? 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 I can't even do it. I cannot fucking goddamn do it. Wait, just wait a minute. Maybe I can do it. Can I? No, it won't let me make that smaller either. What if I could put this over here on this side. Make this, oh Jesus, what the fuck? It's not gonna let me, huh? Alright, you wait just a minute here. Okay, so I can monitor on that. Now I just bring this up, and I bring this up, and we will have success. Because I'm just that good. Alright, I did it. That's a new way of setting things up here, except for the fact that this needs to be moved over so I can see my clock. That one and that one. Okay, we've got a setup. Now, let me stop that music, and then I will play kinetic. Wait. So Kinetic's playing, and I got some stuff playing. Does that mean, okay, can I load Audacity? Because Audacity had, I got 1 kilohertz tone. This is just music, and what I need is I need tones. I might be able to do it with Audacity. Let's see here. Let's, I think I did this yesterday. Recent file. Where's my 1 kilohertz? It's not there. Kinetic. I need to go to Audacity. Audacity, all files. What the hell did I do? 1 kilohertz, open, and let's see here. This might be loud because I don't know how to adjust the volume. There's a speaker on here. Maybe I can do playback volume. Okay, it's working. So that's 1 kilohertz there. And we need to loop it back. Where is tools, playback, transport playing, loop play. Alright, so I've got a tone, it's 1 kilohertz. Now we can crank the level, it's going to be annoying. And let's see, the other thing we're going to want to do is to get sound from a keyboard. I don't believe I have. I don't want to go through all this rigmarole with setting up something. Let me think. Wait, how does that? If I'm sending this out on on both channels. Wait a minute, where is Audacity? Primary card driver to 2-channel recording, left and right. I can't see it on there, but let's see something here. That's interesting. No, you know this music right here that I was playing. So you can't see it, but the graphs of the music on this particular song does have some subtle differences between the 2 channels. I think that's right and left. I'm pretty certain that that's what that is. And there's some subtle differences in there. But the only problem with this is, like, This is a lot of information. It's not just a single tone, it's a lot of information. Let's see if let me bring up Audacity again, and let's see if this is playing. Can analyze effect? I can't change anything on. Well, there's something here. It says generate a tone. Let me see something here. Let's go File, New, and then generate a tone, a sine wave. $1,000. Okay, that's really loud. Let's see, edit. Effect. Amplify. -20. That's much more pleasing to the ear. Now can I change the channel? I can. I can drop the level. Let's see if I can play this other one at the same time. Oh wait, it's not letting me. Well, you piece of garbage. No, it will not let me play the other one. However, I've got a solution for that problem. Let's go to the new one that I just created, and I will make that. Is there any? So if I do a mono recording, wait. I can't do it, can I? Piece of garbage. Well, I don't think there's anything. Wait, can I open File? Export. What if I go, let's see. Oh, I was looking at something else, wasn't I? I could just mute these. I have an idea. So that has a certain tone. It has like a root tone to it. And that's obviously not it. So if I were to find out exactly what frequency that is, let's see, File, New. I could find out what frequency that is by turning the keyboard on. or just maybe, let's see, generate tone. Let's try 500. Let's try 600. Amplitude 0.3. I don't like 3. Let's try 0.4. So that's actually close. That's about 600. Let's try 550. That's obviously not it. Let's try 580. It's a little bit low. Let's try 585. Alright, now let's, that's half, okay, that's about, it's almost half of 1 kilohertz, so that's probably a pretty good test. Now what does manage do? Save preset? No. Okay, so we'll just do okay. And then we're going to transport playing loop. Oh, you just have to loop it back. Alright, interesting. So we have what's called a reference note that we can put on one channel, and then the music we can play on the other channel, and they both have the same kind of root notes, which is 585 hertz, which is half of what's on the scope back here, which is a matter of fact, I can't even see that stream. So I probably need to do something in order to be able to see what I'm doing, don't I? How am I going to do that? Maybe I could just do it this way here. Well, maybe I can make this smaller. Uh-oh, what happened here? Hello? What the fuck happened here? Oh, I must have hit this by accident. Hello? Hello? Okay, so I must have hit that by accident. I don't have enough space on the damn computer screen. Hello? I can't. What am I supposed to do? I have to monitor. I don't know what to do. I can see that it's streaming, otherwise it would give me an error message. And I can see the chats. Sort of. But not the way I want to. Can't see that one. What if I go over here? I don't know. What if I go over here? Yeah, maybe that'll work. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so now all I have to do is I've got to run a cable from the tape output on that second mixer over to the oscilloscope, and that's going to be a problem. Now I can't monitor with my headset. I have to come over here, and then of course we have the hand. But before I do anything over here, shit. What the fuck am I doing? Alright, so I'm looking for looking for a way. See, this is where the problem is going to be. This. I've got this, but this requires. This is not what I need. See, I need. I didn't order those damn fucking connectors, did I? I didn't order those. And I only have one at the other bridging connectors, I think. I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh, we're in luck. I've got what I need. Woohoo! I'm bad, jam on it, baby. So what I need is what's called it's called an RCA to BNC. So this is an RCA on this side, and the BNC is on this side. So I got what I need. Oh yeah. Now I need the long ass cable, which is back up here where I put it. Did I put it up there? Where is it? Come on. The long ass cable. Alright, so we've got this. And this is gonna go. Oh shit. Yeah, so I run a cable from there. We can just set this here. That's a stereo. So I'll run a short cable. And let's see, a short cable which I just put upstairs. I don't know what the fuck that is. I put it up here, didn't I? When did I put it up here? That's not playing, right? Alright. So now the other problem is I've got to figure out how to get the level output of the second mixer to run to. I have to work tomorrow. Fuck. Alright. We're gonna go. What is this fucking cable here? This one goes over there. And I need tape output right. Tape output left. And then maybe I don't need anything else. There's a tape output level, but I don't know which one is which. We'll figure that out later. Input to metering, tape input, which I don't think that's being used. I'm using tape input on that second mixer. Alright, so this is a short piece of cable here. An adapter on it, it should be there. I'll connect this up here. And now so it doesn't interfere with nothing. Now we've got this. It needs to go over there, so I'm going to need to extend this cable somehow. That means I've got to take this apart. So my last stream, where I was doing, trying to demonstrate this phase shifting, was a bit of a disaster. So I'm going to kind of start from scratch, and we're going to use the O-scope like we should be doing, because it makes more sense to do it that way. And I don't know what just happened here. That's going to be over there, I guess. This is a bit of a mess here, but I'll get it sorted out. I want to show you triggering from a channel so that you can see a phase shift when you change the frequency, and then relate it to that circle that these dudes have been trying to make it like, oh, this is what music looks like, which is not totally true. What that only does is it shows you phase differences between two channels. So whatever kind of stuff is on those two channels, whatever the phase difference is going to show up on there. So in other words, you're only seeing one aspect of the music on the O-scope, and would you believe it's still too damn short because I needed more room. It takes me more time to set things up than it does to demonstrate stuff, but that's okay. We'll do it. Because that's what I do. Right, so I need more out of this one. I think I have enough, wouldn't you? So this goes up here. This kind of goes over there, and that goes over there. I don't think that would be enough cable. Let's try it again. So you have two sine waves, and you can move them back and forth by changing the frequency, but you can also change the phase, which is more like a delay, I suppose. I don't know. I didn't want to do this actually tonight because it's work, and I want to play instead of work, you know. Alright. That's done. Now, I don't know even what's coming out of there. We've got that's over there waiting to do its thing. This is an O-scope probe. This is wired. It's everywhere. It doesn't need to be there. None of that stuff is plugged in or nothing. Okay. Now you're not going to be able to hear my voice that well, so I'm going to try and speak up. So, what we have is we have two oscillators. This is oscillator number 1. Oscillator number 1 is going into, well actually let's call this top one oscillator number 2. It's going into channel number 2, which is on the right. oscillator number 1 down here is going into channel number 1. Now, what you see here is a phase shift, and from the chart that I showed you last night, it shows you the amount of phase shift between 0 and 360 degrees. Now, because they are sine waves, when you adjust this, and of course you can't see it while I'm adjusting it. Alright, when you do this, you can control the speed that that thing rotates. You see that? It makes it slow or it makes it stop. It's really hard to make it totally stop, and so on. Now you can control the amplitudes. That makes the circles smaller or bigger, and so on. You see that? That's the amplitude. Now, so that means that amplitude is going to show up. Changes in frequency, which is this, that's going to show up. But as you can see, what do you have? You don't. You have this thing that's bouncing back and forth. And if you knew exactly what the frame rate was, like it's 30%, you know, if you could modulate, if you could tune this to 30 frames per second, you might be able to cause it to freeze. I don't know why it's going up. Oh, I'm messing with the amplitude. Okay, so there's like a line and a circle in there when I change that. There's the circle. What I'm doing is I'm looking at the frame rate . Let me see what that's doing over there on my OBS. You know, it's doing some strange things over there. If we change the frequency a lot, we get pictures like this. Now it's moving because the phase changes between the two frequencies are changing. That's that story. So let's go back to the circle as close as we can get it. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at what the wave actually looks like. So let's put this on dual channel, and go over here, turn this up so that you can see it, and we've got to make the amplitudes a little smaller on these. And channel 1 is on the top, channel 2 is on the bottom, which is this one here. And we'll use the center line as our reference for both of these. This is ground that you look at. And we adjust this so that it's on the line. amplitudes to about the same. Now you notice that one channel is moving, the other channel is not, and I'm going to explain that very shortly here. You have to have a certain level of amplitude in order for, let me trigger on each separate channel so that I can get the amplitudes going here. What the heck is going on? Get something like that. And then this one. Mixed up here, damn it. Nice little oscillators. Right. Now I'll put them both on. So what you can do is you can trigger one channel to the other. Now for some reason I just lost the amplitude on number 2 and I don't know why. Wait. So you can only trigger one channel at a time. You can't trigger them both. But you wait just a minute now. I thought that with auto mode, that's called free running. I don't know why. Why is it not? Why can't I trigger? Why can't I get them both to stay frozen? I don't believe I'm having this problem. I know there's an external trigger input, but I don't know. I don't think I can do it. I don't have enough. I don't have enough adapters and shit to do it. Wait, I've got this. Got a yellow cable up here, I think. I have no idea what the fuck this is connected to. We're gonna be in luck here because I'm taking this fucking cable. Alright, I've got another RCA, another single RCA cable. And we're going to put these on here. And we need to have 2 right angled connectors. Now that I don't know. I've got one. I've got 2 of them. I should have 2 of them. One here. guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's got stuff everywhere. Well, yeah, I do. I got stuff everywhere. That's just the way life goes right now. I've tried to buy connectors for me, you know, so that I can be organized and have my stuff. And it's just not easy to do it. You need the blue box, which is totally effing buried. I don't know if I can get to it or not. I don't think there's another T in here. Looks like I have T in the goddamn fucking thing. I might not have found one. I found two of them. Good, let's take them out. Not to be sorting for them all the time. I've got a mixer. I don't know what the frequency range is. Lightning arresters. I got TNC, BNC, ANC, ANC. Good girl. Fucking got it. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, let's see here. This is supposed to be, oh, this one is channel 2. Is it the right spot? Yeah, it is. So we're going to use channel 1 as our reference, I think. We're going to put a T adapter in there. We're going to take this cable and wind this up over the top so that we can see the screen. We're going to put this into the trigger input section. Now with any luck, there's a switch down here that I can pull over, and with any luck we should be able to get both of these, to get the bottom one to trigger. Now if that's channel, this is 1 up here, and that's 2. And it's not working. Total waste of time. But the phase, so you can see the frequency on one of them is changing ever so slowly. So when that moves back and forth, see, that's 180 degrees out of phase right there. And that the frequency is not changing. Well, actually, the frequency is changing. But it's also moving back and forth. And frequencies are, well, the phase is changing. That's all I can tell you. Alright? So now, what we're going to do is disconnect all those cables. Yep. The trigger, we don't need that. We'll remove the bottom one. And now we've got this here. I will grab this cable that I just used. I'll just throw that there. I'm going to turn this off because we are done with the generators. And we're going to use the tape out now. The outputs of the mixers are what is called line output. Line output goes up to 1 volt. It's like RMS voltage. So the right one is going into the right, the left one is going into the left. Channels is not grounded. I think it could be a bad cable that I got. Wait, what's this? Okay, what do we have here? Well, I can't fucking see it. Oh, wait. Hello? Hello? Well, I can't see it. Hello? I can't see it on there. Right. Let's see. Just crank this up here. What if I played? Kinetic doesn't work on that. So the question is, where is that coming from? Let me disconnect. Well, it's got to be coming from this. But this is not working though. Unless the level is really low. That's great. I set this all up and I can't get that sound. That sound goes in there. Oh, so if I monitor it and make it feedback. Jesus, not again. The tape output on the second mixer is not working. Wait. Hello, test 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, you know the sensitivity is low on the scope. Oh, the sensitivity is high on the scope. Noise issues with channel 2. Alright, so that's right and left. Hello, hello. Woo. So it's working, but it's a very, the volume is low on the scope and I can't do much about it. So you can see both channels. Both channels are in phase. At the top channel is a little bit low. The amplitude's a little bit low. It's a little bit uncalibrated. There's not much I can do about that. Alright, so now I can't feed this stuff back. I've got to figure out why. Oh, it could be this. Okay, I figured out the tape output is on this. Oh, hello, which is also the mixer from that. That one got turned down a little bit. Now let me try something else here. Test 1, 2, 3. All right. So that part of it's working, but what's not working, let me see now. Oh, it's working now. All right, now let me turn, I'm going to turn on, hello? I'm going to turn on, oh, damn it. Hello? Hello? I still have a problem with my mic setup. I'm going to turn on this 1 kilohertz test tone. That's at a very low value. So what I'm going to do is crank this up here. Alright, so both of those are in phase. I'm going to lose a channel. And I don't know why it's still both on the right and left. So there's bleed over from the right and left channels on Audacity, which is not really good because I didn't want that. Wait, no, is this? Okay, now we're going to go back to the other one. Is that? Oh, that's the 1 kilohertz. I don't want that. I want this one to play. Alright, now I'm going to play the music. And let's see here. I gotta hear what I'm doing. So I cannot get rid of one of the channels. Ain't you a son of a bitch? You're a piece of shit. Wait a minute. I got an idea. Wait. How about if I turn this to stereo and then transport, play, loop. You're a piece of garbage. What the fuck, man? Tracks. tracks, resample, mix, add a new track, remove track. Oh wait. Audio, waveform, spectrogram, wave color, format, rate, effect, bass and treble, amplify, echo, fade in, filter curve, equalization, phaser, repair, truncate, adjustable fade, crossfade tracks, crossfade clip, delay, I don't know. Well, what about speakers? That doesn't work. Silence audio. What's multi-tool? Selection. Clip. I don't know how to do it. I just do not know how to fucking do it. Wait. What if I played... No, I don't know how to do it. I can't fucking do what I want to do. I can't split the tracks. Now, what does this do? What is this here? I don't know what to do. I just do not know. That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do to eliminate a track. Alright, let's play the music. So there's some harmonics, and there's the tone on. There's most of the tone on one channel. So now we're going to go to the record. that's where you see a phase change. There are some subtle differences between the two channels. If it was exactly the same, it would be probably straighter lines and stuff. Microphone. Hello, hello. Whoop. Alright, so I'm going to take the microphone over by the oscilloscope so I can see it. If I don't lose everything here. Oh, it's all fucking tied up over here. Oh my fucking god, are you fucking kidding me? I can't do what I need to do. I need to put this somewhere where I can see. I'll have to disconnect this. Alright, so this is the microphone, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a round cylindrical tube, or actually, wait, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I got a large tube here somewhere. Well, that would be for lower frequencies, wouldn't it? Alright, so here I have a cardboard tube. It is open on both ends. It has a certain length. It has a certain length to it. It has length. It has diameter. So we can measure the length and the diameter, and from a formula we can determine the resonant frequency of this tube. And what that means is when you put the sound of a frequency through this tube, it creates what's called a standing wave. So we saw the tones on the oscilloscope earlier. So you can see a level there. Now, if I'm really good, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust this so that it's centered, like so. And I'm going to use my own wonderful singing voice, and we're going to find out what the resonant frequency of this is. Now, you can take these tubes and you can put them on your ear, and you'll hear noise. And what I'm going to do is turn off my refrigerator. Yeah, I got a noisy ass freaking refrigerator. Alright, so if you hold this up to your ear, well, that's fucking weird. I don't hear the noise. What the hell? I heard noise through this a minute ago. Okay, that's fucking bizarre. You know how, like, you take a shell from the ocean and you listen to it and you can hear the ocean? Well, all of a sudden, I'm hearing nothing. I wonder if it's because of the refrigerator. Oh, now it wouldn't come on. Alright, so I guess it was picking up the noise from the refrigerator, and the tube was adding static noise to the noise from the refrigerator, which is kind of weird. But if there's no ambient noise in the area, like whatever, so that's like when you, like, I can hear myself through this tube, and it sounds like it's hollow, like you're speaking through a tube, right? So if I make a sound through the tube, the sound level is going to be higher at the resonant frequency because it's resonating with the tube. And I'm going to try to prove that on here by humming into this microphone and then humming the same level. That's why if you had a calibrated speaker set up, which I got speakers over there, I don't have a calibrated speaker set up, I could run the speaker through the mic and then put the tube in between the microphone, which you can't see, put the tube in between the microphone and the speaker, And now you can find out what that resonant frequency actually is. And I don't have a speaker that I can connect to anything. I have a stereo amplifier here. So I guess I missed that part of the test, didn't I? Let's see what happens. Yeah, well, anyway. So the little ripples in there, that's distortion. So as I try to go up in frequency, I'm trying to keep the level the same. All right, let's try it. Let's see what happens when I put this pipe in between here. Wait, it's directing more of the energy through the pipe, and I don't know. Hello, 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 hello. Damn it, I need a speaker. What about the tape output? I might be able to do this. Let me see here. I'm not done with this yet. If we used looking at channel 1, and the sound is going through both channel 1 and 2. Maybe I can take off this one and maybe put a little speaker there. I might be able to drive the speaker right out of the line output if I can get this shit taken apart here. That's what we're going to do. Just have a disaster here happening. Right, so I got an adapter with the old speaker and shit. Alright, let's grab... Well, that's going to be hard to do now, isn't it? Because I can't reach. So, I'll grab this. I'll grab this. And then we'll grab... The mad scientist lab bench is always messy. Go from there. This red one. Let's see if we can't drive that speaker. Now, let's see if I hum through this. Wait, can I play the test tone? now we have sound coming out of the speaker along with some distortion there. And I don't know why it's not coming through. We need a level there, don't we? So that's where the microphone comes in, which doesn't reach. Set this on top of my keyboard setup here. Let's see if that will reach over there. And it doesn't. Damn it. I need to have this damn microphone cable longer and I can't do it. I got no way to reach over there. Oh, wait a minute, maybe I can do it this way. Right now I can reach the oscillator. When I adjust this frequency, there's a peak. So the microphone itself is not totally linear in its amplitude setup, right? So what we're trying to do is we're changing frequency. We want to keep the level the same. But the microphone is amplifying lower frequencies. Make it harder to find the resonant frequency of this tube. Now I'm going to put the tube in front of this somehow, and we're going to see if we can find the resonant frequency of the tube using this method. We're going to look for a peak in the signal at some point. Change the frequency. You can see there's a gradual change. frequency is approximately 250 hertz. 0.2 kilohertz. Yeah, that's 200. That's 250 hertz right there. There's a peak at 250 hertz. I try to keep the distance the same. So there's one peak at 250 hertz. Now we'll put the tube back on. The tube is amplifying a bunch of frequencies actually. I haven't changed the level of the oscillator. The level is the same. So there's 250. It's kind of distorted. I don't know why. Oh, you see that? That's a big increase in that level right there. And at that 250 hertz, I don't know what's going on. There's some distortion. So there's a peak there. That's the same frequency at a higher pitch. That's like double the frequency. Now we could find out what those frequencies are by turning on a frequency counter. And that will tell us the resonant frequency of the tube. So the lowest frequency of the peak, of the highest peak, which is that one right there, well, that tells me it's about 500 hertz. So now if I turn off the generator, it's like that frequency. Turn that off because that's really annoying, but that's how you test these things. I'm going to go do this with my voice. And I cannot see I gotta see the scope to do this. Let's do it without the tube first. So going by that note, it's about the same level. So it's more directed into the microphone, so that's why the level's higher. Higher, higher. I can't do it in my voice. If I do it in my voice, it doesn't look like it's resonating. Like I can't find the peaks. Oh. If I cover the end up. Oh. Yeah. Oh, so if I tap on this, it sounds like that frequency that was at that peak was 500 hertz. Let me see something here. Put this back on the stand. Yes, it does generate a frequency, but because this is cardboard, it dampens the frequency, which is another thing. If this was metal, it would reflect better and you get better sound. Yeah, so anyway, that's the topic of resonance. And when it's resonating, there are harmonics in the resonant chamber. So if we were to play music, let's see something. Let's go ahead and get rid of Audacity. No, I don't want to save that. Get rid of that. No. Kinetic is still here. So let's play Kinetic. these things, and I was demonstrating that last night, but I didn't actually show it to you. So this has, if I hit this, it's got a low frequency and a high frequency. So the low frequency are the big waves. I don't know if I might be able to amplify this and show you. I don't know. It's really. It's messed up bad. Let's go. See. So you can see the big note, the big wave, and there's some other smaller stuff riding on the big wave. That's the harmonics. That's an oscilloscope view. Now we're going to make this baby sing. See if I can do it with this tube here. Shit. I don't know if I can do it with this stupid tube here. And there's certain places on this that's louder than the others. As you can see. Well, can you see? No, you can't see, can you? Well, you're not going to see. So if I turn this, like more of the sound is coming off the edge rather than in the middle. I like the sound that this thing's making. I'm going to use it in my music ventures. Yeah, I can't get it to freaking sing. You gotta have a piece of wood to do it. Yeah. Harmonics, resonance,
and frequency.
Wait. Alright, for a final, for the finale. For the finale here. Now we do the finale. Or not.
Hello. Oh. Hello.
Yeah, the finale.
Hello.
Hello? Well, that's interesting. So the reason why that's a circle is just because it's only playing a fundamental note, one note through the tube, and the XY channel are receiving the same signal, so they're both in phase. Now, if I throw harmonics in there, let's see what happens.
Oh.
Well, this is interesting.
speaking to God. Hey, God, stop the war. We don't need war, we need music. Hello, can you hear me now?
Alright, that's an idea. I got a recorder. This is a recorder right here. And we're going to play some music. So, it's not really showing the harmonics very well. And that's probably like distortion in there. So what does it sound like if I put this tube on here? Can I just shove that in there? I probably can't. I have to use some tape. Let me get some tape here. I'm going to tape the tube on the end of that recorder. The finale is like when you talk all about the theory and then then you do experiments and you see and you try and you prove your theory through experimentation. And so the tube has a tendency to amplify, but it's only going to amplify signals that are within the range of the resonance of the tube. So now I've got the recorder, and the tube is taped to the end of the recorder. Now let's see what happens here. Actually, the sound is coming out of the whistle part up in front. It doesn't. That's just whatever that is. Yeah, the sound's coming out of the whistle part more, isn't it? So I would have to tape the tube onto the whistle part, which is on top, and that's going to be rather problematic to do. I have to have this here, like so. This here, like so. Catch my grip, see? Now it looks like this. This is the recorder, and the tube is at the whistle end. Let's see what happens here now. You can see it amplified the signal more. Well, it is definitely not lab testable type stuff. You gotta have, that's why you use the speakers and the tone generators and that kind of thing. So what we can actually do is, I'm going to put this recorder away, put this away, I'm going to turn off the scope, put it back to normal. Turn that off. unplug this, unplug this. So we calculate, by experimentation, we figured that the main resonant frequency of that tube was around 500 hertz. And so for the finale, what we're going to do here is we're going to go to our website, which you can't see, and we're going to look up resonant frequency of a tube. And let's see, we can use, so we've got frequency equals A. So there's the fundamental, which is A. I can't read that fucking number. Alright, so I can't really put it on there. So the first harmonic, L equals 1/4 wavelength of the frequency. Alright? The frequency is V over 4L. L is the length of the tube, but there's also a diameter involved. And it doesn't show, it doesn't matter what the diameter is, but that doesn't make much sense. So let's grab the old calculator here. And let's also disconnect let's disconnect this cable here because I don't want this interference. Nope, want that in there. And then I'm going to turn this off because I'm done with this for the night. Now, if the wavelength is in meters, the length has to be in meters. If the wavelength, usually wavelength is in meters. And let's see, we convert meters to whatever the hell it is. Wavelength. Velocity, the frequency, let's be, how is this here? It's just bullshit. The length of the tube. For an open tube, the wavelength of the first harmonic is twice the length of the tube. That's not what they had in the other thing. They didn't have that in that other graph. Here they're saying it's 4 times the length. So I don't know what they're doing there, but use V. V equals wavelength times frequency to find the frequency of the first harmonic. The speed of sound in air is 345 meters per second. How do you find the resonant frequency of an open tube that is 16 centimeters long? So you go, this is messy. What the hell is a fucking website? Alright, let's just go here and go to calculate resonant frequencies. N is the number of wavelengths. V is... L is the length of the string. M is the number of wavelengths or harmonics. Speed of a wave through a string or wire is related to its tension and the mass per unit length. Well, that's another thing. Resonance of a tube in air. Blah, blah, blah. Jesus, they don't fucking help you at all, do they? Open at both ends, etc. This equation comes from boundary conditions of the pressure waves, etc. End correction. R is the radius of the resonance tube. V is the speed of sound in air. Okay, so what we do is you go to the calculator and use the formula F equals N times V. N is the harmonic, which in this case the fundamental is 1. V is the velocity of speed through air, which is 343 meters per second. The length is going to be calculated in centimeters. Well, actually, we could just... That doesn't really matter. We need to know the length of the tube, and the radius of the tube is going to be in centimeters. So 1 meter is 100 centimeters. Let's see here. That's 100 centimeters. So okay, so that's 34300. That's 34,300 centimeters. Okay, we change everything to centimeters. Now we gotta have a ruler, and of course I don't have anything to measure with. Let me see if I can find a ruler. God knows where. You know, I'm getting more organized. I'm putting tubes back where they belong. Now, I got this little tape measure. I'm going to measure. And that's in centimeters. So I'm going to measure the tube. And we'll see. We're going to have to take off 2 centimeters, but it's approximately, alright, so that's 10, 20, 30, 33. So that's 31 centimeters long, and the radius, the diameter, is 3, so that's 1.5 centimeters. So we got 31 and 1.5. Alright, so 0.6 times 1.5 equals plus 31 equals times 2 equals. So we've got 63.8 on the bottom. So 34,300 centimeters divided by 64.8 centimeters equals the frequency, which is 529 hertz. So, that's the resonant, that's approximately the physical resonant frequency of the tube, and we were, I don't know exactly what the frequency was on those peaks, but we probably could have measured that if I had the frequency counter connected, and so on and so forth. But we've done some theory, we've done proof. I've told you about the peaks of the harmonics, the resonant harmonics of the tube, and that kind of thing. So what you want to do is you want to make tubes that are more responsive to a fundamental frequency rather than harmonics. But I guess it really depends on the sound you want to get. It just, like this thing here, like that pan that I was hitting, that had a low frequency and a high frequency. So, there's all that stuff. Then the other thing is the cymatics is something I want to get into, which to me it's a more interesting, more artfully looking representation of what music looks like. But yeah, that's the end of that. And why is that? That's probably because it stopped. Anyway, that's my discussion on part 2. I hope you learned something from it. I just wanted to make the point that when you put X and Y on a scope, you are looking at phase changes. You're looking at amplitude change and phase change between the right and left channels. It's not really a good way to look at music, because when you get a lot of stuff going on in music, which you do, all you're going to see is a bunch of noise on the scope. You want it to look pretty. So the way to do that is to filter out the highs and the lows and use those to represent different colors. Use the sound, the amplitude, to represent the value of the colors, whether it's really bright, if it's loud, if it's not loud, then it's not quite so colorful. And the only way to do that, you can't filter out these notes on a piano because they are literally only a few hertz apart, and you cannot make filters, audio filters, that will filter out that stuff. You can filter out, like, let's see, notes, frequency of piano keys. Let's go to images. Let's look at this one here. And middle C, we're probably looking at 277 hertz. The 500 hertz is up around the second C note from middle C. The amount of frequencies between a black and a white key are a little over 10 hertz. You cannot make filters that will filter out everything except for 10 hertz. A bandpass filter is only going to do like maybe a couple of hundred hertz or something like that, and you've got between middle C, which is 260, and the next level up, you've got 500. You could theoretically maybe do 150. But now you get the problem of, I guess you would have to take root frequency. So, for example, if I was to play in the key of C, alright, then I would have to make a filter that like to make it sound pleasing. The only way I could think of to do it was to convert the notes into MIDI. So you're sending MIDI data, and each data, I was talking about this before, it's not even part of the stream, but each data point, each MIDI data, for each MIDI on the piano keyboard, you can push a button. And so the buttons don't have to have filters, alright? So I suppose, like, if I was playing in certain keys, like, say, A and B, or like, actually D, G, C, the key of A, okay? So I would have the chord structure, I think, is really what I'm looking for. And I would take the chord structure for all of the octaves, and I would put that data in the MIDI chart and say, okay, this is the key of A minor. And so A minor could be a certain color. It could be like purple. And then when you play E minor, it changes to an orange. You can program that stuff with MIDI, but you cannot filter the frequencies. You cannot do it. It's impossible. So MIDI is the secret here. And it just so happens I've got an Arduino, and was going to use it to make a MIDI recorder. I'd have to use a multiplexer, a 16-bit multiplexer, converts into one channel, so I'd have you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You got 12 keys in an octave. Chords that you can make in an octave. Usually it's 3, sometimes it's 4. There's 1, 2, like there's 4 keys in a chord. I think for the most part, it's either 3 or 4. Like three chords, 3 keys would be the bass of the chord, whether it's a major or a minor, and then you've got the A7, and you've got some other weird keys that you can throw in there. Where would you put the note? Like let's say if I was to play an A minor chord, and the A minor chord is, let's say it's in the middle of the visualization screen, and then I play a weird note in there that's like a transitional note. It's one note. It could change the whole color, but it should be an offshoot of the color that you're playing. You could assign relative color value. Well, no, you can't do that either, because if you assign a different color value for the 12 keys in an octave, you're not going to get a pretty picture. There's root notes. There are root notes and chords. Let me see here. Root notes and I was just learning about this a couple of days ago, how to identify the root of a chord. Learning root notes in guitar chords. So most composers have 12 tones to work with, but not every note works in every situation. To center a piece of music, composers generally work within the confines of a single key. You could say that's the key of like the key of C, the key of A minor, blah, blah, something like that, and that just didn't help me at all. The root note is the first note of a chord. Now, I disagree with that because you can play, and this is what one of the composers was saying. There's a comedian that does piano music. He was saying a good piano player will play the same chord in different parts of the piano, and I can't remember what he calls those notes. They're not transitional chords, they're transpositional. So in other words, you have three notes that you play, and then you slide up to the fourth note and you leave the first note alone. So now the root chord is up on the fourth note instead of the first note. So the root note is not necessarily the first note of a chord. Where's that picture? Oh shit, I lost it. If I play A minor, okay, A minor is G, A, and D. If I play A major, it's G, B. Wait, let's do C minor. C is C, E, and G. If I play C minor, it's going to be C, D4, and G. There are no minor notes, there's only minor chords. Oh wait, that's D sharp. I see what they did. It's C. Well, they're using D sharp. So for the A minor, it's A sharp minor, A sharp. Whatever the hell I fucking knows, I can't read it. If you play C major, the root chord is C. If you play a chord, if the chord was minor and the root note was A, the chord would be A minor. The very first note in a chord. This works for any chord type, whether it's major, minor, diminished, or augmented. There's suspended chords too. In this E chord, there are 3 root notes in total. They are on the open E string, second fret of the D string, the open of the high E string, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So my thinking is, if I have a MIDI program and it goes through and looks for certain MIDI notes to be played, let's say C4, A sharp minor, and blah blah blah, then the output is high, or the color is blue, and you can assign a color to a variable and say that that variable comes out on an output on the MIDI and plays one color. play a different note, a different chord, it would be a different color. 3 colors. There's a color circle. Let's see here. There's 3 colors. There's 3 major colors in the color circles. No, I don't want this. Combining colors. Combining colors to make new colors. Aha. Now we're getting somewhere. So, for example, red, I can't even fucking read this. Red and blue make purple. Yellow and blue make green. Red and yellow make orange. So we've got a combination of 2 reds, 2 blues, and 2 yellows, and they're coming up with purple, green, and orange. So you could have, it's something to do with the color mixing. So if I were to play, let's say, if I were to play a major chord, it would come up yellow. What notes do I play together? What if one of the colors was a root note color? See, now I'm getting into a different topic for the stream. But this is the secret. This is the secret part of the stream. I do that a lot. Yeah. So let's say if I played that minor chord, and then I played this other note that's down below that. It's a different chord, but it's one note next to each other. Root notes. There's a major or a minor. Is it always root note? If I did C, if C major is red. Well, the major and minor don't work together. You can't play a major chord and a minor chord at the same time. So if you mix those colors, you could come up with a purple, but it wouldn't sound good. You could use a root note to have maybe a darker color, and then the chords represent a lighter color of the same color, a hue, whatever. That would be an idea. So, if it would have to be a note that's an octave lower. So, if the octave is lower on the root notes, the color is darker. If I play a root note, if I play the minor chord is going to sit there playing its chord. Then if I go to the melody and I play any note in that chord, it's going to be an octave higher, and if I play the melody in the same note of the chord, it's not going to show up, which is fine. But if it goes higher, the hue of the note will change color. I could do a stream on that. Because most of my music's in a certain chord, like B flat minor. I don't even know what the name of the chords are. But I'm only seeing 3 colors here. What is this other one here? We've got... There's one here. What's this one now? It's red, blue, green. Oh, so they've got blue, red, and yellow make black. And then the red, green, blue. Oh, wait a minute, that's not right because it's red, green, blue is the LEDs that make the color of the TV. And that's not how you make the colors by adding them together. Which makes things even a little bit more complicated, doesn't it? I think it's just better to, let's see. So if I had a yellow note and a blue note playing, if I was playing, so would it be a root note? If I play a root note, it's just going to be a dark color. Oh, wait, no, you change chords. So when you play a song, you change chords. A basic song has 3 chords. And so the color could fade from one color to the next, and when it goes through that fade, it changes to purple. So it's adding the 2 colors together depending on the level of the color. And it's all the same LEDs. So that'd be like blue, different shades of blue, blah, 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 and then you have that color, which is yellow. If I play a root note, and it plays yellow, it plays the yellow and the blue, the color is going to be green. That's a whole topic for another conversation. I'm still talking about that mess, and we're all just looking at this picture. Anyway, I gotta call it quits. I did what I set out to do, and I should have just stopped the screen an hour ago, but I didn't. So, yep. It wasn't a very good stream. It was better than the one before. Things were working, and hopefully we do some more studying. I'd like to get into the cymatics and do something with that and do it on stream, but who knows.